Hello everyone, I'm Marina Bay and today we're in Singapore at Working Capital. Chloe, really nice to meet you. Thank you for being here with us. Can you please tell us more about SisuGirls?
Yeah, Marina, it's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me. SisuGirls is a global movement inspiring girls to be confident, brave and strong through educational content and participative events. So Sisu is a Finnish term, but it's a word that, if it could be translated into English, would mean determination, resilience, grit, bravery. And these are the qualities that we want to be giving to young girls aged 5 through to 15.
Is it educational platform, correct?
Yes, it's an integration of a digital platform providing educational content and participative events. So girls can read and access stories, inspiring information about girls who we believe have Sisu qualities, but they can also sign up to take part in skateboarding, rock climbing or running. So in Singapore we've been working with 350 girls. We recently launched in Hong Kong, literally just 22 girls on our recent program. We have 185 community ambassadors. And for 12 months, I think it's a great community and growing. So there's revenue generated through the participative programs. So parents obviously pay for their daughters to be running, skateboarding and running with us. And then our educational content. So we've published now 2 children's books, one about New Zealand mountain runner Anna Frost, and our second about Australian 7-time world surf champion Layne Beachley. So they're the sorts of content that you can actually purchase. We then have a membership model. So everyone in the world is able to join SisuGirls as a free member, but then of course we have the paid membership where there's swag and t-shirts and merchandise for girls to be involved. But really it's also a program that we would be looking at corporate support and partners being involved on spreading our mission at a global level. The best PR strategy that we've had so far is the involvement of our community, of our global athlete ambassadors. And so Anna Frost, a New Zealand professional mountain runner, joined the Sisu team early in the game, and she has such a fantastic network of supporters that are in a similar space. So female athletes with young daughters who want their daughters to have very similar qualities to Anna was a successful entry for us. And now by writing Layne Beachley's book, Layne Beachley is a 7-time world surf champion, and her network has enabled us. So we're using our athlete ambassador network to really reach those first level customers.
Okay, great. Why did you decide to have this business?
It's such a great question, Marina, because it's a life calling. Like it's kind of it's part of life's journey. So as a girl growing up in rural Australia, sport and adventure really grounded me in my self-confidence and my ability. And in saying that, I was very good at sports that were typically male-dominated. And so that, I believe, started a decline in my own self-confidence in my abilities because I withdrew from those programs because of the non-feminine aspect. And then my life journey has taken me on a path where sport and adventure has been played an enormous role. And for the last 10 years I've been organising global mountain expeditions for women in line with having a daughter. So my daughter is now 6.5 and I'm starting to see history repeat itself. So my daughter is coming home from school saying, I can't play soccer, it's a boys' game. I can't do that because I'm a girl, and we need to change this story, and we need to change it quickly. With SisuGirls in particular, we want to concentrate on keeping girls in these programs. We've specifically designed our programs to in fact be individual sports, activities like rock climbing, running and skateboarding, because team sports in many ways can be detrimental to girls if they don't feel that they're very good at them.
Do you think Singapore is a good place where to start the business?
It's a really great question. I would have originally thought that a program like SisuGirls would be far more effective starting in the US, where the mission is a lot more understood. But it's very, very critical for a program like SisuGirls to be in the Asian region. And Singapore, even in the last 6 months, we are seeing an enormous amount of support coming from the community for social enterprises, for startups. So this is a really exciting space for us to be in right now.
How is it to be female entrepreneur?
I think the way that female entrepreneurs face their business is obviously very different from males, and I don't think that is a bad thing. I think we just face challenges very differently. So having an environment where there's an equal number of male and female colleagues in your co-working space is a really important dynamic. I mean, it's diversity in its simplest form. Joining something like the Working Capital and having a female co-founder in the business, you can feel that female element in the interaction and in the community engagement and in that genuine woman who wants to see women succeed. And that's been a really interesting challenge, I think, for female entrepreneurs, is finding fellow women who genuinely are passionate about supporting them. Women can be their own worst critic, and I'm very passionate about that. I think we often hold ourselves back, one, from our own lack of self-belief, and two, from our fear of others succeeding. And if we can admit those authentically and then work together to address those challenges, I think we're going to see an enormous amount of women come into the entrepreneurial space, especially in tech.